So with the NBA trade deadline ending today, I decided to have a little fun. I'm going to be using a wheel to trade every single NBA team's leading scorer. Whoever has the most points per game on every NBA team will then be traded to random teams across the league, and then we're going to do a season and playoff simulation here on NBA2K21 with live games. So guys, sit down, sit back, relax, go get a snack. This simulation begins now. Let's go. Here we go, we are on the wheel. We have every single team's leader in points. Starting with Trae Young, we're going in the list of team city names. And with Atlanta being first, it's Ice Trae. And Trae Young is going to the Portland Trail Blazers. They won't have Damian Lillard, but let's see how he does in Portland. Now Jason Tatum, the greatest player in the league at the moment, will be going down to New York, staying in the East, and he is on the Knicks. And Knicks fans, I am honestly happy for you guys. You're having a great season. I can't say that about my Celtics, but Kevin Durant of the Brooklyn Nets is going to the Charlotte Hornets, and as you see, the injuries are turned off, and he's the leader in points right there by about a point over Kyrie Irving. And Gordon Hayward, speaking of the Hornets, is going to the Nets, so that right there is just a trade. Hayward for Durant. Now Zach LaVine of the Bulls. And Chicago fans out there, I know it's been a rough year for you guys, but Zach LaVine is headed down to the Utah Jazz. Now Colin Sexton of the Cavaliers, and in my opinion, one of the more underrated players in the league, as he's going down to the Detroit Pistons. So Pistons fans, I know it's not the superstar you wanted, but it's a solid pickup. And now Luka Doncic, been playing amazing recently, is headed to the Los Angeles Clippers. And Doncic is right there in the MVP race. And speaking of the MVP race, Nikola Jokic, leader of the points on the Denver Nuggets, is headed down on the Wizards. So Jokic will be joining Westbrook. That is definitely an interesting duo down there in Washington. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. And Jeremiah Grant of the Pistons is headed to the 76ers. He's having a pretty solid year. Now Stephen Curry, one of the league's leader in points overall, is headed to the Toronto Raptors. And we know how much a glitch Curry is on 2K, so Raptors fans, what a great pickup that is. Malcolm Brogdon, he was about a half a point more than Sabonis, and he of the Indiana Pacers will be going down to the Phoenix Suns. Next up, we have Christian Wood. Got a little bit injured in the year, but this dude has some serious potential. He's going to the Indiana Pacers. He will be joining Caris LeVert, Sabonis, and Turner, and that could be a pretty solid lineup right there. Kawhi Leonard, leader of the Clippers, is going to the Cleveland Cavaliers, headed back to the Eastern Conference. Next up, of the Los Angeles Lakers, he just got hurt a few days ago, but he'll be back by playoff time. LeBron James is headed down to the New Orleans Pelicans, joining Brandon Ingram, not Zion Williamson. Now Ja Morant on the wheel of the Grizzlies, and he is going to the Denver Nuggets, paired up with Jamal Murray, so that backcourt could be pretty scary. And Jimmy Butler turned things on recently here in the season. He dropped from a 93 overall to a 90 as he's headed back to Chicago to join the Bulls. Karl Anthony Towns at an 89. I mean, if he wasn't injured, he'd probably be at a 91, 92. But Karl Anthony Towns is headed down to the Lakers, joining Anthony Davis, and that is a deadly duo. Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks is headed to the OKC Thunder. So let's see if he can take that team to the playoffs by himself. And now Zion Williamson leading the Pelicans in points. It used to be Brandon Ingram, but Zion Williamson has been playing great recently, and he's going down the Atlanta Hawks. And now Julius Randle, the GOAT in New York right now, is headed down to the Golden State Warriors. No Curry there, but he will be joining Draymond Green. And did y'all see what Draymond Green said about him being the best defender in NBA history? I mean, you gotta respect the confidence of yourself, but you have Tony Allen, Gary Payton, and a lot more. Who is the greatest defender in the comments? Let me know. As we saw Shea Alexander go to the Dallas Mavericks, and Nikola Vucevic now in the Miami Heat. Joel Embiid, having an MVP season, is headed to the Memphis Grizzlies. I honestly do want to see a center win MVP this year. It's either going to be Jokic or Embiid. I mean, Harden and Kyrie have been playing great as well, but Devin Booker, speaking of, is next up, and he is going to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Damian Lillard, leading the league, I think top 5 in points, is going to the Houston Rockets. So can he take the Rockets to the playoffs? Houston has been struggling recently, although they did pick up a win. They snapped the 20-game loss streak. Now De'Aaron Fox, I'll say it again, one of the most underrated players in the league by far, doesn't get the recognition he deserves, is going to the Orlando Magic. DeMar DeRozan of the San Antonio Spurs, looks like he's going to the Kings. So here we go, 3 players left. Next up, Fred VanVleet. I remember him on Wichita State, and then he went to the NBA, got a championship, and now is going to the Celtics in today's simulation. Donovan Mitchell of the Utah Jazz, with 2 teams remaining, will be going to the San Antonio Spurs. So the Milwaukee Bucks, the last team on the wheel, will get the whole entire league leader in points. Bradley Beal, he sits at number 1, and he'll be going to Milwaukee. No Giannis there, but he joins Middleton. As we're going to wrap up the wheel, I'm going to hit on the NBA 2K21 and I fit out all the rosters. As you can see, we're going to skim over it. Every team is accurate to what the wheel was. And now Bradley Beal's on the Bucks like we just saw. Chicago now with Jimmy Butler, Lowry Markkanen. And as we go over the rosters, as you know, pick your favorite team with a team that you think is going to win. Shout out to the people on the screen who showed love and commented in the last 2K simulation. Do the same thing for this one to have a chance to be shouted on the next. But continuing on with the rosters, these are so much fun to do. I love the trade videos. Miami now with Nikola Vucevic. The Heat have been struggling recently. I mean, they had a stretch where they played good, just inconsistent. And again, as a Celtics fan, I can't be speaking about any other team. Like, I genuinely can't remember a worse year for the Celtics, as a fan especially. But as we see, Mitchell Robinson and Jason Tatum now in New York. Lakers got Towns, Davis, Montrezl Harrell, De'Aaron Fox on the Magic. So let's see how this simulation is going to go. Shea Alexander with Porzingis. They did lose Luka. The Brooklyn Nets, of course, they still have James Harden, Irving, and Gordon Hayward. That team is literally unfair. Like, if they don't win this championship this year fully healthy, and I'm not speaking on the simulation, but in real life with Durant, Irving, Harden, if they can't win, it will be the biggest flop in history. Literally, there's no way they shouldn't win. Like, do you guys really out there think that a team could beat them in a best-of-7 series? Fully healthy? If you have a team, let me know. The Lakers might compete with a fully team of Anthony Davis and LeBron James healthy, but other than that, I don't see any other team taking them down. And continuing on with the rosters, Dame now in Houston, San Antonio, DeJounte Murray. Listen, Spurs fans out there, this dude has been playing great. DeJounte Murray is definitely an underrated player in the league. Giannis down with the Thunder with nobodies. Al Horford, though, I still like Al Horford, but D'Angelo Russell, Devin Booker, Malik Beasley on the Timberwolves, Trailblazers, Enes Kanter, Trae Young. Now we got the Warriors with Julius Randle, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins. And the last team was the Wizards with Jokic and Westbrook. And guys, we're going to submit to the end of the season to see which teams made the playoffs here on this simulation. Sit down, relax. I'll be back in a second. The end of the season has came, and LeBron James is the MVP with 27, 7, and 10 assists of the New Orleans Pelicans. LaMelo Ball, of course, Rookie of the Year. John Wall playing off the bench in Houston behind Dame. And Giannis, how did he not win MVP? Look at those stats. I mean, I'm guessing they're going off standings. Michael Porter Jr. most improved. First team All-NBA in the simulation, Trey, Russ, LeBron, Giannis, and Nikola Jokic of the Washington Wizards. And now the league leader in points. We see Young at first, Giannis, Levine of the Jazz, Doncic, Beal, Leonard, Lillard. And as Ice Trey led the league in points, Giannis leads the league in rebounds. How about that? Rudy Gobert a close second, but assists per game goes to LeBron with 10 a game, and Damian Lillard as well. But now to the standings in the East. Kawhi and the Cavaliers are 1, Bulls with Butler 2, Bucks with Beal, Hornets, Miami, Atlanta, Washington, and the Raptors with Curry make the 8th seed. Look how close the games and the records were in that schedule. And now we go to the Western Conference. Pelicans with LeBron lead by 1, Lakers without LeBron with Towns go 2, Jazz, Clippers, Blazers, Grizzlies, Rockets, and the Warriors slip in, and Giannis almost takes the OKC Thunder to the playoffs. And now it is playoff time. Here is the official bracket for today's simulation. If you don't have a team, pick one now. The road to the championship begins with the first round. All these games are simulated live. So without further ado, let's get these playoffs started. Here we go. We are in Golden State to begin off this playoff simulation, and the Pelicans with LeBron James have a chance to sweep the Warriors with 42 seconds. Up by 1, the pass, thrown away, but look at Wiseman. Picks it up and he misses the bunny. LeBron James, here we go. Alexander back to LeBron, 31 seconds remaining, 13 seconds shot differential. Julius Randle will defend, in the corner Ingram. He missed the dagger, and Julius Randle can become the hero now in Golden State, looking for the win and to keep this series alive. Here comes Lee, 15 seconds remaining in this game. It all comes down to this, season on the line. Wiseman in the corner guarded by Ball, 7 seconds. Randle, Wiggins, 5 for the win. Wiggins in and out, rebound it, and it might be over. Alexander made the first free throw, the second on its way, and it's good. And the Warriors use all their timeouts, so they need a full court miracle. They do not have Curry, but they're gonna go. It's Lee at the buzzer, it's no good. And the New Orleans Pelicans coming to San Francisco win the series in a sweep. They're hyped and they are moving on in the simulation. Now as we go to Miami, Kevin Durant with 31 points in this game, and series is over. The Miami Heat will go down in a sweep. They lose Jimmy Butler, pick up Vucevic, but it doesn't help as they are eliminated here in the first round. We come to Cleveland. Stephen Curry versus Kawhi Leonard. The Raptors down 3, looking to take this #1 seed to 6 games. 3-1 in the series, Cleveland leads it. Curry the spin move on Garland. Crossover, driving, gets the switch. Floater is up and good. It's a 1-point game with 36 seconds remaining here in Cleveland. You gotta figure they're going to Kawhi Leonard right now in the crunch time. Here we go, Garland, the pick, in the paint it's Kawhi. Ball fake for 14 seconds, a fadeaway. It's no good. Drummond the rebound, back to Kawhi. Shot clock not under 9 seconds. 10 second shot differential. Leonard the pick, Leonard in the paint. Gather step, puts up with the left hand. Cleveland leads by 3. And if you're the Cavs, you gotta know Stephen Curry's gonna take this shot. He can shoot from anywhere. Curry, fade away, in and out. Almost went out, but Cleveland the rebound, and it looks like they're going to hold on. And in a 2-possession game, it is over. The Cavaliers, the 1 seed with Kawhi Leonard, are now in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Down goes Toronto. They lose in 5 games. And so will Trae Young and the Portland Trail Blazers. They go down 109-120 in Game 5 in LA to Luka Doncic and Paul George on the Los Angeles Clippers. So we got Clippers Pelicans in the second round as Portland's headed home. And we go to Washington. Bulls up by 1 against the Wizards. Washington, however, leads the series. 41 seconds. Oh, Russell Westbrook blocked by Thaddeus Young. Now it is Jimmy Butler in Chicago's turn to look to extend on the lead in 4-7. Butler the drive, takes it back out the 3-point line. Here comes the pick, mid-range jumper, back rim, rebound Washington, and they have another chance to win this series. Here we go, they have a timeout, won't use it. Russell the drive, Russell, layup, no! Offensive rebound, back out to Westbrook, shot clock at 10. Westbrook going again, puts it up, and 1. Russell Westbrook flexing here in Washington. He goes to line, Westbrook, oh, and ball rims out. Bulls, season on the line, no timeouts. It comes down to this, follow the spin move, 4 seconds, crossover, stolen. Oh my goodness, it could be over. MVP chance for Russell Westbrook. He had the game-winning go-ahead field goal unless the Bulls get something here. Down by 3, they need a full-court miracle. 3.4 remaining. Inbound goes, full-court shot. No, and the Wizards come out of this game, win the series here. Man, it really looked like Chicago was going to come away with this one as they're going to go home, and we enter Memphis. The Lakers with Davis and Towns. Let's look at this matchup. Towns and Embiid in the first round. Embiid gets the stop, but it doesn't matter. The Grizzlies are going to lose here in 6 games, and they will be going home as the Lakers will advance forward. But here is a Game 7 in the first round. Jazz, Rockets, LaVine against Lillard. Lillard on the drive, kicks it out, Brown at 3. He misses the go-ahead bucket. We're not up at 93 with 35 seconds remaining. LaVine driving, step back, going to the paint. The layup is no good, and both teams can't get anything down the stretch. Here we go, 7 second shot differential. Can Lillard take over this game? Oh, he has the mismatch on Gobert. Crossover. Oh, down goes Conley. Damian Lillard puts the Rockets up by 2. One of the greatest dunks you'll ever see on this channel. And with 11 seconds, down by 2, season on the line, looking to force overtime and win this series. LaVine, 4 seconds, 3, LaVine, driving, pull up, it's no good. Rockets going to Utah, and they knock off the Jazz. It's all over. Houston wins Game 7. And of course, I hate when this happens, but I simulated too fast. But the Atlanta Hawks, they'll take off the Milwaukee Bucks in 7 games, winning by 30 points behind Zion Williamson, 31-10. Down goes Bradley Beal. We're on the conference semifinals. You guys see the teams and the matchups. This should be a fun round. That was definitely a wild first round. So anyways, guys, hopefully your predictions are still intact. And without further ado, let's get to round 2. Here we go. If you pick the Washington Wizards to make it all the way to the finals, they are 1 step closer. A 5-game series win over the Atlanta Hawks here in the second round. Down goes Zion Williamson. Washington moves forward, and we go to Cleveland. Down goes the 1 seed in the East. Kevin Durant in the Charlotte Hornets with LaMelo Ball. Get it done over Kawhi Leonard and the Cleveland Cavaliers. This series here ends in 5 games, and now it's the number 1 team in the Western Conference with their season on the line. They can go home down 3-2 in this series. It's the Pelicans. LeBron the spin. No, but Adams there cleans it up. And the Clippers down by 2. They have a timeout. Will they use it here in Game 6? They lead this series, and they do for 28 seconds. What will they throw up? They don't want to go back to New Orleans for Game 7 as they look to continue. Now after the timeout, 8-second shot differential. George gets open, puts it in. The 3 is good. Clippers lead by 1. Fans are on their feet, and that just makes me miss the fans anymore. 21 seconds. LeBron James sees on the line. Crossover on Luka. Oh, LeBron! Whoa! Exploding in the rim with a series of moves. And now the Pelicans, 1 stop away for 7. It looks like they're not going to Luka. Paul George just hit the 3. Can he do it again? 6 seconds. 5. George. Here comes the pick from Zubac. George, pull up. Yes! Paul George. No longer pandemic P. 0.5 remaining. LeBron for the series. No, it's over. The Clippers win in 6. Paul George, have yourself a game as Los Angeles advances. And we go to Game 6. The Houston Rockets knock off the LA Lakers. And how about this? Lillard, Wall, and Oladipo are all headed to the Western Conference Finals in today's simulation. 4 teams remaining in the Western Conference Finals. Clippers, Rockets in the East. Hornets against the Wizards. KD versus Russell Westbrook. Which 2 teams are going to the finals in this simulation? Let's find out. Here we go. It is Game 5 in Charlotte. Durant MVP chance, but he misses the free throw. And the Hornets, all they can do is tie right now, but they are up in this series 3 games to 1. A chance to win it and move to the finals. But Russell Westbrook and the Wizards battle themselves here all season long, looking to force 6. Westbrook the drive. He missed the layup. 32 seconds. Hornets looking to take the lead and advance to the finals. Ball gives up to Durant. 16 seconds. 10 seconds shot differential. Kevin Durant 101. Here comes the pick. Durant driving right side. Here comes the defense. Durant to Monk. A 3. Bang! Malik Monk from downtown. Hornets lead by 3. 15 seconds remaining. Season on the line. Russell Westbrook with 10 seconds. Driving in the paint. Gives it up. Wide open. Oh! He hits it as well. Back and forth. What a game. Durant looking to win the series. 1 second. Durant. We're going to overtime. Each team hits a 3. And this Game 5 isn't over yet. Now in overtime, Kevin Durant looking for the dagger. Up 1. Gets the paint. He misses the jumper. But this is it for the Wizards. They're down by 1. They can't afford to miss with the season on the line. Will it go to Jokic or Westbrook? Oh, look at this. They have the mismatch. Jokic on ball. Oh, my goodness. Russell threw it away. They have the mismatch. And LaMelo makes the first. The second one on its way. It's good with 4.6. No timeouts. Need a 3-pointer. C is on the line. Westbrook looking for redemption. No. And the Charlotte Hornets are going to the NBA Finals. If Jokic gets that ball, I think they win the game there. And who knows what happens in Game 6 while the Hornets survive in advance. And to meet them there, MVP chance for Lillard. 41 points in Game 6. And the Houston Rockets are going to the NBA Finals in this simulation. We have made it here to the NBA Finals. Best of 7 series between the Charlotte Hornets with Kevin Durant against Damian Lillard and the Houston Rockets. Who is going to win it? It's going to be a fun one. Sit down and relax because we enter game number 6 with the Houston Rockets trailing by 2. And Lillard putting the moves on LaMelo Ball. Lillard in the paint. Double clutch layup is good. Ties the game with 115. And the Charlotte Hornets, who lead this series 3 games to 2, have a chance to win the championship on the road. Durant driving right side. Durant! That's a man's jam! All over John Wall. And the Hornets have a 2-point lead. The Rockets have a timeout. It looks like they won't use it. Lillard, can he do it again? Going up. Oh, it was blocked. But they get the rebound. Shot clock goes to 11 seconds. Here we go. Driving is Brown. Takes it back out. Lillard wide open. A deep 3. Bang! Damian Lillard puts Houston up by 1. Oh my goodness, how did he get that open? And a deep three is good. But Kevin Durant's shot clock turned off. A chance to win the finals. 6 seconds. 5. Durant. 1-on-1 wall. 2. Durant. The dagger. No. We're going to 7. Unbelievable Game 6. Lillard with the deep three in the go-ahead bucket as we go to Charlotte, and it's Game 7. Hornets wear their city uniforms. 46 seconds. Houston down by 3 in this one. And Lillard, oh my goodness, he can't stop missing. 131 to 131 in Game 7. And the Rockets tie it. But now it's Kevin Durant. Here comes a wild shot to take the lead, and he missed it. John Wall the rebound. Houston, a chance to take the lead in 7. What a spin from Lillard. He pulls it. No good. That was just a heat check right there. If he would have made that, I would have went crazy. And now 20 seconds. Again, Durant with a chance to win the championship. Remember, he missed the go-ahead bucket in the end of Game 6 to win the finals. Can he get redemption? Shot clock at 8 seconds. Durant 101. Here we go. The pick. Are they going to send him one? They do. Oh, a deep three from Durant. It's off the mark, and Houston kicks the ball back to 1.5. They call a timeout, and Kevin Durant, he just can't buy 3 in this series. Tate will inbound. The fans in Charlotte are on their feet. It's got to be catch and shoot. Here we go. Lillard gets open, takes it.
Oh, it's good! Are you kidding me?
Damian Lillard for the championship. Silences the crowd here in Charlotte, and it's over. Houston wins today's simulation. Unbelievable. He got himself open. Houston drew up a nice play, and he just nailed the shots. Unreal again. What a video, what a simulation. The Rockets do it. If you predicted them to win, congratulations. The Hornets will go down in 7 games. But thank you guys for all the support in the videos. I literally read every comment. You guys are the best. I really do appreciate y'all. Make sure you subscribe and like. This was a fun video. It's Chapter Productions. What a finish today. And we out.